Welcome back to Travels with Preston, your favorite travel buddy. If this is your first time stopping by, salute to you. You can catch me every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time right here on my channel. Do not forget to open the description box and check out my other links to my social media platforms. Also, hit the like button and subscribe to become part of the travel family. Leave a comment and tell me what you think about today's episode. Check out my previous episodes and let me know what you think about them as well. Please do not keep me a secret, people. All right, I want to spread the message to everyone. I want to get to know everyone in the world. All right, let's try to make this big world a small place. All right. Today's episode, we will discuss best road trip snacks for the whole family. Okay. So the first thing I like to talk about is PCCs and PCIs. Okay. PCCs are your pre-combat checks or your pre-road checks. The second thing is your PCIs, which is pre-combat inspections. Okay, so part of the check is actually making sure that you have everything that you pretty much need for the road trip. All right, and then the second thing is you actually want to inspect these items to make sure that you actually have them on the day of or the morning of the road trip. Okay, so the first thing is you must have a container to put them in. Duh, you know. I like to use a small to medium cooler with ice. If you have the space, maybe you can have two coolers, all right? One for dry items and one for cold items. That works for my family because, you know, obviously we get thirsty and, you know, we get hungry. So we want to keep those separate. And also, caveat on that is that you want to make sure you strategically place, you know, your containers, because you don't want to be stopping. I know as a driver of my family, I don't like stopping. We only stopping to get gas, and when we get gas, hey, you better pee, use the bathroom, do whatever you need to do, stretch your legs. You know, there's nothing worse to a driver saying, oh, we stopped for like 15 minutes, we go another 20 miles and be like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom, or hey, I gotta do this. Come on, man, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? You've been a terrorist back there now. You know what I'm saying? You're inside a threat. So yeah, make sure, you know, you keep those in mind also. All right. So like I said, place everything strategically so that way you can just grab and go. Now, part of that also is having trash bags to throw away all your items is a must. Okay. That is key. Okay. Because you don't want that stuff rolling around, junking up your car. You don't want your car to smell like Funyuns, you know, keep it in the bag. Also, you know, for people that want to save the planet, you need to recycle, all right? And I say that because my wife gets on me all the time because I'm not the greatest recycler, but my wife keeps me on point, all right? So shout out to my wife, okay? So I make sure I have a spare bag for recycles, okay? And in that way, you can consolidate everything, you know, into the individual bags. And if you don't recycle, hey, I'm not going to, you know, I ain't going to do nothing to you, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it is a good idea if you want to think about it. But so that way, when you're ready to make that stop, you can, you know, put it in your different bins, your bags, whatever, and just dispose of it quickly. All right. Next is finding the perfect snacks for family. In my opinion, house snacks are different than road trip snacks. All right. So the first thing I think of is you should think about is the mess and the cleanup. All right. You want to stay away from items that need dip, all right? Because dipping and driving, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna fly. Anything that uses utensils, forks, knives, spoons, hey man, you don't want to do all that, especially with little ones. All right, little ones. It ain't like I said. I don't even think it's safe. You don't want, like, obviously a spoon is not sharp, but when you come into like knives and, you know, forks, you know, you don't want to be sitting there talking about some I like this. No, you don't want to be doing that. You hit a bump, you got to turn. Any type of evasive movements or anything like that, you could get hurt. All right, it's like running with scissors. We don't do that. All right. When it comes to the snacks, all right, the reason why I say they're different from house snacks is house snacks, you have the time, the space to actually prepare your food, cut it. You know, you'll take a bite, set it down, do what you got to do. That's cool. You want to savor the moment. On the road, we got to get it in. All right. So part of that means this is when it comes to you gotta prep your food, okay? So anything that you have to do, go ahead and prep it at home. So that way, when you get in the car, hey, this grab and go time. You know what I'm saying? Eat and just be done with it. All right. So now, Making sandwiches can be fun for kids, all right, and adults, all right. Now, simple sandwiches can be filling and not so messy. Cold cuts or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are the best in these situations, all right. If you're like me, I like my sandwich to be pre-cut, in a more manageable, way for the car, So, and I got a question for you guys too. Do y'all like y'all's diagonal or right in the middle? I know we got two different people in the world. You got people like me who are like mine's diagonal. I don't know. My mother used to cut it for me like that. So, hey, I tell my wife, can you cut that? And she always look at me like, you're like 40. I'm like, mind your business. but yeah, that's what I like to do. So obviously, you probably should do that for your kids or something like that. So it just makes it easier. So they're not sitting there, eating a big sandwich and stuff dripping all over the place. You definitely don't want to do all that in the car. All right. Okay. Obviously, the snacks are dependent on what you like. Our favorite snacks include crackers, preferably Cheez-Its, which is the world's best, cracker. You got nuts, cookies, chips. If you buy a family-sized bag, it can last a while. So that means, hey, you 3 hours in, you still working on that particular item from the beginning, all right? I know people are more health conscious, which is great, all right? You can also grab veggies. A lot of people be thinking like, oh, you got to get these crazy snacks and all that stuff like that. And you don't have to do that, all right? You can get veggies and fruits, all right? Now, when it comes to these veggies and fruits, prepping these at home by washing them, cutting them in advance is always important. Apples, pears, plums, strawberries are all wonderful choices because you can almost eat the whole fruit. Now that brings you back to the point I said earlier. Less mess, all right? You got way less mess. Cleanup is very easy. And on the veggie side of things, you could buy carrots, cucumbers, celery, which I know most people is like, hey, now that you said don't use dip, because I know a lot of people like ranch or peanut butter on their celery and things of that nature. Hey, to each his own. Give it a go. Maybe you perfected the dip and drive method. Oh, also, something I just started eating is broccoli. Broccoli is another good because it's small, compact. You eat the whole thing, all right? So if you like them roasted or like them raw, like I said, you got to do all this at home, obviously. You know what I'm saying? It's very important to do that at home, all right? So the last thing is the first choice for drinks should always prepare your own reusable bottled water from home, all right? Because it's the cheapest, the easiest, all right? So everybody has their own little canisters like that with the tops. Some of them got the little built-in straws to make it a little easier, all right? So, and if that's not the case, you might want to do, bottled water because it has a top, all right? So that's why I say I stay away from cans or cartons because they do not have a cap or they don't close very well, all right? And that's when you get the driving and jerking that wheel. Next thing you know, like I said, you spilling, all right? It only takes one bump or a sharp turn to spill everywhere, all right? I would try to stick to bottles or maybe Capri Suns, even though they don't close, but they are kind of like contained or whatever like that. Because once you put the straw on it, as long as you don't have kids like mine who like to turn them over and be like, what juice? The thing just spilling all over the place. So long as you don't have kids like that, you should be fine, all right? Now, I know I said a whole lot, and like I said, and if anybody else got some recommendations that I might not have discussed or don't know about, hey, feel free to comment below and let me know because every family is different. Like I said, I'm a family of 7, so it's almost like a minor city in my car, like a small village, because got so many different personalities. Everybody wants the snacks. It gets a little difficult, and that's when the Lambo kicks in, Everybody got their peace of mind. I have my, they can watch movies from the screens falling from the sky, and, we keep it going, Got the Bluetooth headphones. So we try to make sure that everybody is taken care of, in the minivan. So, yeah. But, like I said, I hope these were good tips for you. And I hope you can take these. Hey, take them, keep them, write them down, replay this if you need to, and just, enjoy your road trips, all right? Now, I'm signing off, but please watch the other content and let me know what you think about those as well, okay? I can't stress that enough. All right, family, I'll take it easy. Peace.